Is watching porn okay? If it is a boundary of yours, you are entitled to that. You aren't right or wrong for feeling that way, you just do, and that's part of who you are. Going against your own values and boundaries is when you start losing respect for yourself. If he doesn't stop, it just sounds like the two of you aren't compatible in that way. One question I have is, how often do you two have sex? When I was with one of my ex, I didn't have much of a sex drive at the time, so we had sex about once a month. I would catch him watching porn and masturbating all the time. He needed a release that I was unwilling to provide. When I started having sex with him 2 to 3 times a week, the porn and masturbating went away. Moral of the story, guys need a release. So either you can get in the game with him or let him have his porn. Or you could leave him and find someone with less of a sex drive. Good luck. In my point of view, why do you care? IMO, there's literally nothing wrong with watching porn unless it's an addiction. Would you rather have him having sex with other women? Watching porn is such a safe way to release lust. If he's still behaving well and investing in your relationship, there's literally nothing to worry about. The interesting part is to find out what makes you think that way. This will help you improve your mental strength and confidence. If you look into psychology deeply enough, you'll see that everything always represents something. Ask yourself, what does seeing him watching porn represent to you? Does it trigger the fact that you are insecure about your body, and his action makes it worse because it makes you feel like the women in porn videos are hotter than you in his eyes? If so, then it's a good opportunity to fall in love with yourself. Stop gatekeeping a man. You lose control when you try to control everything. You could always ask to jerk it to nudes of you if you send them. That's what I do when I know sex is off the table for a time where I could use the release. Well, there's already a great deal of insight here. I'd say if he's watching porn daily nightly, then that's not really healthy, because it's been studied and proven that porn desensitizes us to sex and intimacy, and has the potential to become an addiction like drugs and/or alcohol. If he throws it on, say, once every couple of weeks or month, then while it's not that serious, if it's something you consider to be a violation of y'all being exclusive to one another, then that's a conversation you hopefully already had, then you should probably move on. I have a question for the commenters. Do you feel like there's a difference between a person watching porn vs subscribing to an account to get their visual assistants to masturbate? Because other than the cost of the subscription and the fact that the girl is performing live as opposed to the video being posted say a week ago, it serves the same function. I would wager that in both cases it's harmful to the relationship and shouldn't be exercised, but I'm curious to hear others' thoughts. There's no not okay, it's up to you. I've never had a girlfriend who cared, had a few who liked to watch porn together. It's amazing how many porn addicts there really are. Seems like every day there's 15 posts on Reddit about my BF is a porn addict, and I don't know what to do. I mean, if it bothers you on a topic like this, you can ask yourself if that's a deal breaker now. So people don't like it and end the relationship because of it. Some people are understanding, so it's just what you're okay with. Nem semper mi video pequeno. IDC about porn unless it affects our sex life. Live cams or paid subscriptions not okay though. Or producing content for that matter, just straight up watching porn. I probably watch more than he does. It really depends on his mindset. You would need to discuss it with him if you think it's a problem. From my own experience, it's usually a means to an end, and less so something I want to do. I have bipolar disorder. With that comes bouts of hypersexuality. I also have aphantasia, so I can't just picture something in my head. I need some sort of visual stimulation, which is where the porn comes into play. Personally, I could care less about the porn. Anytime I'm dating someone, I usually drop it for the most part, but sometimes I just need a quick release. It's very much a means to an end for me. I do prefer some pictures or videos of my partner. Which odds are your guy might be good with that as well if you are up for it. Is watching porn okay? Yes. What should you do if your boyfriend wants to watch porn, but you feel weird about it? You have to decide if that's a deal breaker for you. You should not ask someone to change for you. Ideally, this discussion of porn and sex is had with potential partners before you are in a relationship. If they are not compatible with your feelings about porn, you move on and find someone who agrees with your feelings about porn, or see if there's a compromise you both would feel happy to make. You do not try to change someone's behavior. You decide for yourself what you want and make choices based on that. Yes, it's okay to watch. Have you asked to watch with him? Do you not watch it when you're with yourself playing? I think it's okay, in moderation though. If it's a hard limit for my partner based off of their insecurities, I would stop. Maybe you watch it with him. Let me put it this way, imagine a guy coming on here and complaining that his GF uses a dildo. And why should she need it if he's enough or worried about getting replaced, or that it sets an unrealistic expectation for men? What would you say to him? I watch it as a woman every now and then. Think it only becomes a problem if they are hooked or there is a change in behavior. 58 of women watch porn, but apparently 0 of them are on Reddit lol. I wouldn't worry about it. He gets the itch, he needs to scratch. As guys, we're animals. Now, if it turns into an addiction that makes a serious impact on his life and by extension yours, then it's a problem. If you two are getting it on and he starts acting like what he sees in those videos is applicable to real life, then I would start to get concerned.